Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Commodity TV and an update on gold, silver, uranium, and copper with facts, thoughts, charts, and stocks, of course. Gold continues on its unstoppable path. We saw a new all-time high with a closing price of $3,433 on Friday, the 13th June 2025. Well, what are the reasons? Very simple. Unabated purchases by the central banks, the war between Israel and Iran, as well as Palestine and Ukraine, global debt situation. The USA shoots itself down more and more with Trump, and there's a lot of loss of confidence in the US dollar and in the US debt system, and also the USA credit rating downgrades just the beginning. Gold is slowly entering the mainstream in the media. Finally, some people woke up. Ooh, it took only 5,000 years. Enormous margin expansion of gold producers provided scope for M&A and also for dividends. We see gold continuing to rise and are very positive on it. Here you see the gold purchases by the central banks. I mean, that speaks a very, very clear language. This is really moving forward and the central banks are buying like crazy. Also, the allocation in the global FX reserves, you see the US dollar only at 43.9%, but gold now over 24%. And then comes the euro, and you see gold is rising, US dollar is declining. I think that speaks for itself. More important, the AISC worldwide as an average in the gold mining universe, and we see here a margin of 100% in the upwards. So that is fantastic. $1,700 AISC rounded and gold at 3,400, maybe soon 4,000. And the margins, as said, a whopping 100%. Fantastic. Let's have a look at the point and figure chart. Gold is in a solid uptrend. We have the target prices 4,200, 5,100. I have also in between target of 6,250. This is for the next 3 years. And the long-term target price is for 2032 to 2034. $9,250 per ounce of gold. We will see. Yeah, silver, the little brother of gold. There's a breakout on the chart. We see this here. That is a wonderful cup formation. And the breakout is done. You can do what you want with your silver shorting. You guys are toasted. The point and figure chart breakout is also completed here. Price targets are now $46, $63, and $111 per ounce of silver for the next years. Copper, the long-term star of the metals. Not much works without copper, to be honest. And China accounts for 56% of the global market, which is a risk and an opportunity at the same time. But the global copper market continues to grow and the hope for new production must materialize. Otherwise, we will very quickly be in deficit. And they are expected by 2028. Honestly, we expect them already by next year. Also here you see long-term, this is only 10 years from here, 2035. RBC expects a 9 million tons supply gap and we would fully sign that. And we think also that supply gaps will start earlier. So from that perspective, copper is on the run, getting really interesting. Uranium, the breakthrough in the USA through Trump's executive orders. That is also clear. The nuclear power renaissance continues at full steam ahead. Meta did a 20-year electricity contract with the Clinton Clean Energy Center in Illinois. And honestly, a lot of jobs will be created. Taxes will be paid, high qualified jobs. And 24/7 is the new thing without any CO2 emission for electricity. And this is exactly what is happening here. This is why we are so positive for uranium. And we see this, the shoot from yesterday from over 9%. The uranium price per pound moved upwards and now we are at $76 per pound. Whoops, that was fast. So we see by 2026, 2027, $120 to $140 per pound uranium. Demand for uranium also significantly exceeds primary production. Here you see that. This is a presentation from Uranium Energy, and I think this is fantastically done. The projected production for the next 20 years never matches even the demand base case in the world, not to talk about the demand high case. So from that side, uranium is really ready to rock. We are facing an enormous commodity bull market, whether gold, silver, copper, uranium, or a number of other raw materials. Everything is in huge demand because there has simply been too little exploration in the last 15 years. This is from the last financial crisis. Greetings from there. In the four commodities mentioned above, there are also years of market deficits, such as in silver and uranium. Gold is a safe haven, will stay it forever, and money is increasingly heading for it. Confidence in the US dollar continues to wane despite wars and uncertainty. Bitcoin is still a little too young to reach the status of gold, but is catching up. Therefore, invest in good real assets such as shares, gold, silver, physical, and also good ETFs, and then you can watch what happens. Here are some ideas and charts for you. Global X Silver Miner ETF, broadly diversified investment, fantastically, I also own it. $76 is the next price target because the price has broken out. Whistler Silver, also a good favorite of us, and we see the next price target at $6.5 Canadian and then $9.50. Endeavour Silver, nice upward trend channel. Price target is $10.5 Canadian, later than $13.50 to $16.50, depending on Terronera production and also how Piteria is moving. Discovery Silver with a chart breakout, fantastically done. We first thought, that's not looking good, but look what happened. What a fantastic upward column. And the next price target initially is $5 Canadian. Small correction is now likely, then approximately $10 Canadian in the longer run, meaning the next 4 to 5 years. OR Royalties, the former Cisco Gold Royalties, we did everything right. And they did everything right and reached our price target of 32 to 36 Canadian dollars. That is all good. New price target is now 52 Canadian dollars. And please don't forget, they pay a quarterly dividend, which always helps. First Majestic Silver with a double top, but ready for breakout. We will see. 12.5 Canadian dollars must be taken out, and then the price will continue to rise. Target price then is 18 Canadian dollars. Pan American Silver, nice solid uptrend. Target price of 54 Canadian dollars. And they are taking over Max Silver, don't forget that. Yeah, then something here for gold miners, the GDX Van Eck Vectors Gold Miners ETF. Target price is $87, so still room for nice profits. Sibanye Stillwater, reversal formation successful, upward trend ongoing. Target price in the ADR is $16, and we think they really will make that. Calibre Mining, which is now merging with Equinox Gold. Target price still $6 Canadian. Let's see what happens. And we also recommend that you have a look on the newly merged company then when this is all through, because the combination makes really sense. And we think that things are really moving well here. Fortuna Mining, fantastic company, fantastic management. They did everything correct. Great upward trend. And the next price target is 21 Canadian dollars. You should own it. Very simple. Fury Gold Mines, finally, it turned in the downward trend. It turned upward, or it will turn upward. We need to make over 88 cents, 90 cents, and then it looks much, much better. But the target price should be 152 to 25. And don't forget, Agnico Eagle just bought into Fury Gold Mines. Gold Royalty generated a buy signal. Yes, finally they made it. First price target $3, thereafter $4. Company is absolutely solid and on a fantastic growth path. Gold mining is still in a downward trend. However, if the downward trend is broken, $2.5 Canadian should be possible, and really hope for that, because that takes really, really long now that company is standing at $1 to $1.25. Gold Shore Resources looks good. The upward trend is in place, and we are setting an initial price target around 70 to 80 cents for the share. Meridian Mining with good news and a solid chart. Initial price target is here also 125 to 150. They did also everything right now. Osisko Development was really hammered down the last years, but should have ended its descent. The share has turned on our low price target and initiated an upward trend. The initial price target is now $3.5 Canadian and then $6 Canadian. Sierra Madre Gold and Silver is struggling to break out over the 75 Canadian cent mark. We think it will succeed and set a price target of 130 to 150. That looks really good. Skeena Gold and Silver in a perfect uptrend, absolutely fine. Target price is now 48 Canadian dollars. They did also everything right. Southern Cross Gold, also great upward trend. Target price is 10 Canadian dollars, and the results are fantastic, and location is great. Everything is fine. This was the former Mawson Gold. So honestly, I see no reason why the company should not move to 10 Canadian dollars. US gold mining working on the upward trend. The breakout will happen above the 12 Canadian dollars as well as 13 Canadian dollars resistance. Then a clear path to 20 Canadian dollars. Global X Uranium Fund. Now let's move to uranium with the ETF with a strong upward breakout the last days. The target price is now 78 to 80 US dollars. Uranium Energy remains at our target price of 10.5 US dollars. In the longer term, 17 to 18 US dollar should be possible. Uranium Royalty, the sole royalty company in the uranium space, has initiated a reversal formation. The first target price is now $3.75. Thereafter, approximately 5 US dollars. ISO Energy is bottoming out and upward trend. And they just did 50 million Canadian dollars financing at 10 Canadian dollars, which is perfect because now the way up is now clear. Buy signal above 11.5 Canadian dollars, then the target price 16 and then 21 Canadian dollars for the stock. Premier American Uranium is working on a buy signal. If the price manages to go above the 175 Canadian dollar mark, it could quickly reach 3 Canadian dollars. The Global X copper miners. Now let's move to copper ETF for long-term copper investors who want to sleep soundly. All in and target price 70 to 80 US dollars for conservative investors. Now let's have a look at Copper Explorer Hen Metals with a strong upward trend and a price target of 4.5 Canadian dollars. Let's see if that really happens. I'm also curious. Arizona Sonoran Copper, nice upward trend with a price target of 3.5 to 4 Canadian dollars. Also, they did a large financing now and should be well underway. Foreign mining with 350 million US dollars financing at $3. That should have been the last financing. The share price can now move upwards. First target is 4.5 to 5 US dollars. Miata Metals was a little bit disappointing share price performance the last weeks, really. However, a bottom should have been found and the first anti-cyclical purchases can be made now. The price target is now at the old high at $1.30. Commodities metals with financing also now. The chart looks good and the next price target is at least 50 Canadian cents. And last but not least, copper dividends. The copper classic with many other commodities. BHP should always be an anchor investment in the portfolio. The dividend yield is approximately 6.5% per annum and the share is favorable, low priced. So really have a look onto that. I hope that helped you a little bit. Thanks for your attention and good luck and all the best. Stay healthy.